to another series, exciting series based on your request, that is Myths and Facts. As given by you a feedback, we have ensured that we are curating a program with teachers, subject teachers this time. And this series of 10 sessions will be presented to you, wherein we'll have teachers, we'll have students, we will have parents who are joining us. And as promised by us to all of you, this time we are trying to take a different variety of topics and the subject. And as one of the audience has given a suggestion that we should go with some myths and facts which are there towards the subject, towards certain things. So we would, during this panel discussion or after this panel discussion, we'll ensure that we are bursting those facts also. And today, as being the first episode of Myths and Facts series, we have an eminent panel of 6 panelists who will be interacting very closely with Kavita Rai. Kavita, who is the co-founder of Concept and the associate editor for Career Beacon. She is also wearing a hat of being a joint secretary for National Career Counselors Network. And she is also working with a noble body that is called Stop Today to ensure that India is addiction free. Just to give you a brief about Kavita, being a part open to the continuous improvement is something that is a mantra of Kavita. She is an ambitious and highly energetic and enthusiastic person when it comes to the work, quite disciplined and keeping all the things tick mark. So she is highly conventional personality wherein you will be interacting with her, very much disciplined when it comes to time. So very hard time to the panel discussion. Graduate with an MA in psychology. She, after doing her MA in psychology during the sabbatical time, she has started with the counseling psychologist, and thereafter she has taken a career coaching and a career certification so that she can mentor students. So together in most of the events that we do, obviously with all the initiatives that we have taken, we are ensuring that we are impacting 1.3 million students by end of 2022. So this is a small mission with a huge target that we have kept, and all of you are requested to support us during this. Your kind feedback to any of the series, that actually helps us a lot. So before Kavita takes you to any of the panelists, I welcome Kavita, and I want Kavita to take 120 minutes to give a short description about these complete series and today's topic. Over to Kavita.
Thank you,
Hello.
Sunanda. Thank you so much. It's wonderful, back with another series. And here we will be touching upon, uh, I would say, the questions which are not answered in normal thing, because we talk about the institution, we talk about COVID, we talk about, but there are certain questions which we do, come across, and we thought that need to be answered. Apart from that, there are always there myth and facts which are there in our mind. We have heard so much about it, we see the people talking about it, but we accept it as it is. If somebody is saying, we hear it from so many people, it is presumed. Human psychology is like, oh, it will be right, so many people are talking about it. So here we will be discussing with the teachers, the relevant teachers, to talk about this myth. Are they myths or they are the fact? So they will be putting light on this particular aspect of uh, one very important aspect of this particular series which is there. And yes, we are in COVID era. We all say that the technology has been um, it's a way forward for the education. The way the education is continued with the help of technology. How the technology post COVID era we are talking about, but technology was there throughout. We have eminent teachers here from different schools, pan India. So they are the ICT teachers. They have been teaching computer and technology in the schools to different to the students of each level which is there, and they are the better person to say that this technology was always there. Only thing, how the impact is there, we will be discussing in our in our interaction with them, and we'll get to know and we'll talk about certain questions which, as an educator that comes, as a parent also that comes to me. And yes, many teachers might be having in their mind, because for certain teachers the technology was not part of it, which is now part of their job profile. So with that, we'll be moving forward. But before, I like to introduce all the speakers. Sunanda, are we ready with the speakers?
Before we introduce the speakers, I would request all the speakers to be there so that we are very clear about what exactly we are going to talk. And that's it. From there on, we will take it up. So let's have
Okay.
people who would be there. 1 minute, let me come on that. So, Kavita, what was the main reason? Why did we started with this series? If you can just share a bit about it.
Okay, this
What
series
made us
was
to? I already shared that. Yes.
okay. This series was, the outcome that we all talk about the bigger topics uh, during the webinars, but there are certain subjects which are not touched upon, maybe because it is not at the teachers level, or it is not at the students or parents level. And most of the webinars are with the head of institutions, and throughout our, so many webinars we have done, the series we have done, a lot of people have asked that series should be there for the teachers, parents, and student also, involving them. So with that, we started the series. Earlier, we had a series with the teachers, and then this series is about the myth and facts. We have given a broader topic because we will be discussing in detail the myths relevant. Today, we'll be taking up the technology because we have a technology teachers over here. So we will be, I would say, understanding the are they facts or the myths, which we commonly hear. We listen them so many times. We want them to answer these, are they facts or myths, so that each one of us can understand and we don't repeat it if it's a myth. And with that, we continue for today's session. I welcome all the participants. Our team, Career Beacon, consists of Sunanda Rao and me, Sunanda Rao. She's a founder with Concept. And our first speaker is Mr. Brijesh Kumar Dushali. He is the computer science teacher, PGT, with the Man School. And if you can make it little big, Sunanda, I can't see it. Uh, okay. So if I talk about his achievement, he is a career counselor certified by UCLA, University of California in Los Angeles. He's a career counselor certified by UCLA CBSC. Total working experience is having 15 years plus. Previously, he's been to the schools, the Aditya Birla School, Jaipur, and Lakshmi by uh, Singhania Academy, Rajasthan. So that is Mr. Brijesh, sir. Welcome to our series. The second teacher we have is Nidhi Diwan. She has 14 years of teaching experience. She's working as a PGT, IP, and CS. She's a HOD in HOD IT from 2010 to 2019. She has received award, Best Teacher Award from IIHM 2019. She's a Zonal Teacher Award from NCO, from SOF, that is Science Olympiad Foundation. And in 2020, Global Teacher Award has been bestowed to her. Welcome, Nidhi ma'am. Welcome to the series. Uh, then we have Mr. Rajesh S. Thakur. He is a HOD Computer Science with the Calrex Public School, Mundra, since 2008. And he is also bringing us over 2 decades of experience. Uh, and we have the next panelist with us is Jigna S. Pathak. She is a TGT Computer Science, Calrex Public School, Ahmedabad. And she we have all the teachers, they have over a decade of experience, and the kind of versatile personalities they are, and from pan India. So she's from Ahmedabad. Moving to next speaker, we have next speaker Steffi Di Mello. She is BE in information technology, has experience of over 4 years in teaching and engineering. She is BSc computer science, she's done in the college. And with that, we move to Steffi. She is from the Thakur International School. And with so, sorry, Steffi, she is from Calrix Public School only. And we have Miss Vidika Modi. She is from Thakur International School.
Sorry, Kavita. Steffi is from Sanjeevani School. Steffi is from Sanjeevani Global School, which is based out of
Okay,
Mumbai.
Steffi. Okay, Steffi. She is from Sanjeevani World School, and we have the next speaker, Sunanda. We have Vidika Modi. She is from Thakur International School, Mumbai, which is the IG, CSC, and A level school. She completed her engineering in computer science in 2009. While doing engineering, she taught her fellow classmate, and she was very passionate about teaching. So she came to the teaching line, and she's a Microsoft certified educator. Welcome, Vedika. Welcome to the series. And our so we are done with all the speakers. Please, welcome to the series. It's a pleasure to have you all with us. And we'll be putting up, the questions we have received from teachers, parents, and students. We have collated them and put them under few categories so that we can get the nectar out of the number of questions we have received. The very first question I like to ask Mr. Brijesh sir, like what was the impact of technology in classrooms pre-COVID era? We all talk about post-COVID. I am here where I'm talking about pre-COVID era.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. And I would like thank to Man School to providing me opportunity to speak, and of course, Career Beacon providing me the platform to speak. Setting up the context, if we say that which we are going to discuss in next 1 hour, being a computer science teacher, this subject which I love, I always passionate to teach about the computer science, especially the language part. Of course, this pandemic is curse for all. We all are seeing in first time in our life. But if we see the positive side, it helps us to guide so many new things, new softwares, new tools. Before COVID-19 situation, the technology was there in classrooms. It's not in 21st century learning. We cannot say the education without technology. Technology is an embedded part, not even a single subject we can imagine without technology. Yes, before COVID, we have some specific area. We, of course, all the school, in our school also, using the smart classrooms. We have our online assessment systems, different tools to assess the students online. But there was no SS online class system. We heard only the online class system in the coaching centers like Akash and all. Okay, there the some online coaching is going on, and children used to learn at home or through the conferences. But in school system, SS, there these things were not there. But still, technology part was there. Augmented reality was there. We are using even AR, virtual reality is there. That is the part of the system before COVID-19 also. But after this scenario totally changed, so what all the things will be afterward scenario we'll discuss. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, great sir. And I'm a very good learner, so I've learned that I have to ask all of you to set the context for today. So we'll go from Rajesh sir, if you can set the context very quickly in 45 seconds, sir, for today.
Thank you, madam. I will continue with whatever Brijesh has said. We were using computers in classroom. It's an integral part of education system because if we think about books, question papers, timetables, everything was prepared by using the computers only. So teachers were using computers. But here, after this COVID, teachers need to learn something new. We were conducting classes online, so teachers were aware how to use the computers for their subject. Suppose we take example of teachers who were taking math, science, they were doing their work easily. But the issues came with the teachers who were using Hindi and Sanskrit, how to conduct the online classes and all this. So this pandemic made us to come on a single platform and think together to conduct the classes in a smooth way. So
That's
even teachers, all subject teachers, we came together on a platform and we decided how to conduct the class. So suppose technically if I say Hindi teachers were able to type their question papers using computers. But the issue was when you send them online, the fonts were changed. Though they were using the true type fonts. So we find out the way how we can send the papers to the students where they can read the paper in Hindi. Font should not
we'll
change.
discuss
So,
Rajesh sir on that. We have that question in our mind, and we'll be coming back with the panelists to get the answers on this, the kind of challenges which were also put up. I like to ask Nidhi ma'am if you can set the context of today's panel. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Firstly, I would like to convey my sincere thanks to Career Beacon and my school authorities to provide me a platform where I can share my views. Being associated with IT department, yes, it's a privilege that I can vouch for this thing. That it was very easy task for me to switch to the from the offline mode to the online mode. But moreover, it was my responsibility too because I belong to an IT department, so I have to take my all the teachers along with me because the other subject teachers were not equally tech savvy, so that we have to take along with us. Big challenge which we have we have made it clear, and I just like must congratulate my IT department who supported me in that, and now we are just like you can say that we are easily coming to that particular thing, so we are easily using those technologies. Thank you
That's
so much, ma'am.
wonderful. Being a collaborative efforts, yes, we can reach the heights with collaborative efforts. I like to request Vidika ma'am if you can please set the context for today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I believe that technology has always been complementary to education. We cannot substitute a teacher in the classroom with technology, but yes, technology has definitely helped teachers to create better teaching learning experiences. It has helped them in making better knowledge retention in students, and making them more engaged with the classroom activities. So now that technology has become so integral part of our lives, it becomes pertinent for us to talk about topics like how technology has impacted our classrooms now, and what all practices have we learned during these unprecedented times to adopt to the crisis now. So basically, how technologically we have evolved, this is what we're going to talk about.
That's wonderful. Adapting to the change that has been thrown to us. That's a wonderful takeaway for the teacher, for everyone, each one of us. With that, I'd like to ask Steffi Luis de Mello. She's a computer science Sanjeevani World School. If you can please set the context for today.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. I agree with Vedika ma'am. I totally agree with what Vedika ma'am said. I just like to wrap up everything in one sentence that before computer or ICT was just a subject. The other language teachers, social study teachers, mathematical teachers, they had no knowledge. You can say minimum knowledge about computers or technology. But today, after post COVID, everybody will become a technology savvy. Everybody will be equipped, or everybody will come to know how to make a proper use of technology in their learning teaching method or process. Thank you.
That's wonderful. We have all embraced the technology. Yes, we all agree with that. And with that, I like Jigna ma'am to please set the context for today.
Yeah, good afternoon all. Thank you, ma'am, for giving my wonderful introduction. And ma'am, I am thanking my organization for giving me such a wonderful opportunities. Yes, and I want to share related this topic. Education will be supported by the technology that connect them to people, data, resources, and learning experience them. The empower and the inspire them to provide more effective teaching and then learners. Yes, in the right now situation, the world where we are living has become a technological more advantage, and nearly all aspects, all our society have been influenced by the technology only. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
That's wonderful. We have all become a good learner. I believe if we were restricting ourselves just to chalk and board, each and despite you're a teacher of Hindi or you're teaching a literature, anything, we all have come to a common platform that's called technology. So we will be discussing this together. And I had put a question to Brijesh sir. What was the impact of technology in classroom pre-COVID era? And he touched upon it quickly. If you can summarize so that.
Sure, ma'am. I'll come back again on the same topic, pre-COVID area. As Rajesh sir also told, that before this situation, see, I strongly believe that whatever happened, it leads to something good also. Though the situation which is going on is absolutely not fine, I'm not saying that. But
My
before that,
question is, I want you to tell me what was the impact of technology in classroom pre-COVID era. Post-COVID era,
I'm
we
coming.
can. Okay.
I'm coming to that point. Before that, as ma'am also told, that computer was only just a subject. Then technology was there in the classrooms, but up to a certain limit. It was it was not the as integral part of all the subject. I'm not taking here only my ICT or computer science as a subject. I'm talking as a whole. The smart glasses were there, augmented reality concepts were there, virtual reality, everything was there. Technology was the part of uh, education system before also. So thing become more and more integrated day by day. But all of a sudden the situation comes and everything changes. So my purpose is come back to again the same topic, pre-COVID area. That was something different, and after post-COVID area, that will be totally different. This I presume. Thank you, ma'am.
So rightly said. I'd like to go to Rajeshri. If you can please answer me the same question. What was the impact of technology in classrooms pre-COVID era?
Thank you, madam. Technology, we were using technology in the classrooms in past also, but it was not used as we are using it nowadays. Previously, teachers were using the technology in the class. They were using the smart boards, and if they found any problems, they directly come to the IT department and we solve that. Now the scenario is different. They have to work from home, and we have to do all these things online. So technology has a very positive impact in the classroom, as most of work in school, like preparing question papers, timetables, report cards, proxy arrangements, and so on, they were done using computers. So computers achieved a special place in our day-to-day life. We are directly or indirectly depending on them.
So rightly said. So what I understand from both of you, your perspective is pre-COVID era, it technology was there, but that was as a subject which was there. It was not integrated. and any if any teacher other than ICT is there, they'll go to the IT department for any issue that comes, because that is not my area of subject. So with that, I like to move to Nidhi ma'am, and I like to ask her, how has technology impacted classrooms now?
Ma'am, actually, as we can witness that we are thoroughly on online. Once we are going for the teaching purpose, we are totally online. Just like if you think about the situation when when we were just like coming to in the month of March and April, when we were switching over from the offline mode to the online mode, teachers were very much hesitant. They were having some doubts that how we go with on camera, how we'll go beyond online. So it was a really obstacle in their minds. But right now they are so much confident. Now it is no longer a rocket science for them. It is merely a cakewalk. Now everybody, just like it is immaterial that we are talking about the IT teachers only, even all the subject teachers have become the tech savvy. So this is the greatest takeaway from this particular area, that we all teachers have become the tech savvy. So this is a basic impact which I have got from the this particular COVID conditions. And moreover, teachers have learned lots of apps, lots of digital platform during this COVID time only. So you can say that it is a just like a blessings in a disguise situation. Thank you so
Very
much.
rightly put. It was a big challenge that COVID has brought us, but it provided the opportunity to advance ourselves personally and professionally. So with that, I like to go to Vidika ma'am. If you can give your perspective on how has technology impacted classroom now?
Truly, even I believe that, we all came on this online platform. And I guess, teaching job was never considered to be a work from home job. So now we all have, come to this also that, teaching has now become work from home. And moreover, it's not just right from, taking lectures. We also had to decide on so many things like, how would we, create worksheets for our students? How would we keep them engaged all the time? Since, school hours were 8 hours, but online timings are just around 3 to 4 hours. So how do we engage them for more period? How would we create more worksheets, class test sheets for them? How would we conduct class tests for them? The time limits that we can set in school, but how do we do it online? The security that we need to take care. So all this was, had to be thought about. And definitely the IT team and the school management, they thought about how we would go about, conducting school almost the way we did when we were, in school physically. We conducted investitures. We've done everything that we could do actually when we met physically. So yes, technology has helped us adapting, and we have almost reached very close to the physical setting of the school.
That's so beautifully put. And I'm going, with a flow of questions so that we can make a sense out of it, and we can, provide a sensible discussion to all the audience, all the participants who are there live with us, and who will be viewing it later also. So I'll go to Brijesh sir again. Uh, like as IT teachers, it used to happen that Rajesh sir has mentioned that any IT problem used to happen, you used to, it is all transferred to the IT department. Any subject teacher, they have any issue. So as they were supposed to move to the, online platform, the learning moved, the technology driven. What were the initial challenges to migrate to the virtual mode?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, when it starts, so all of a sudden that lockdown starts. I'm also a housemaster. I belong to a boarding school. I'm also a housemaster. So I remain with them 24 into 7. Initially, when we got the information about lockdown, first task we sent all the students to home. Then initially there was a big challenge how to conduct the online classes, because earlier for us as a IT teacher also, that was not a practice. So we have lot of my colleague Madam Nidhi is also there. We have lot of experiment experiments those days. We were trying Teams, we were trying Zoom, we were trying Google Meet, we were trying so many online class conducting tools. And in in those software, there were so many things we were not knowing. Then, first of all, the first challenge, because as an IT teacher, you have to be step ahead from all the staff. You have to be proactive. You have to be ready for the challenge. I hope everybody will be agree with me. So first of all, we have to check that which all the software. Then anyhow we start with the team, but the team have some problems. Then we come back to the Zoom. Then Zoom have some technical issues. Anybody was joining the class, anonymous name was there. There was so much hassles. Then we start with the Google Meet, sorry. Then network is the big problem. This was the second challenge which we faced. That was the network. I think the uses of network, internet, which we have used in this last 5 6 months, we had never used that much before COVID area. So all these things, it lot of experiment. Even late night we were sitting, we in among staff 4 or 5 teacher used to conduct a meeting, just check how it is working. The third big challenge was to guide the students. And same time, not only student, we have to guide parent also. Ki, sir, madam, this is the way how we are planning to conduct the class, how we are thinking. At least students at home should not waste their time. And on
Well,
other aspect, we have to guide teachers also. So there was a lot of challenges, and
we'll come
absolutely
to that challenge as you have mentioned. We'll come to that challenge, and before that, I like to ask Rajesh sir also, as an IT teacher, what were your initial challenge to migrate to the virtual mode? Sir, unmute yourself.
I agree with Vijay sir that as a IT teacher, we need to upgrade ourselves first. Then we can pass on this to the teachers and the parents and students too. So there was a lot of issues which we faced. First to train the teachers, then teachers train students and parents. There was a lot of issues. Like teachers were new for this environment. Training them remotely was difficult in beginning. When we were in the school, suppose if they have their problem, they can directly come to us. But here again, if we want to help them, we have to access their PC remotely. So they don't know how to use the remote access softwares. There were issues with the antivirus, then softwares for the remote access, installing required softwares, online classes, and what equipments, basic equipments they want. All these need to be passed on to them. Message need to be passed on to them, and they should be trained how to use it. The next challenge was how to conduct the online assessment, as sir said. So again, I will come to the same topic which I discussed. The issue was with the language teachers, especially Hindi and Sanskrit language teachers, which I discussed in that point. So we had a discussion on this. So during this time, we have faced many problems like teachers who are having virus issues, some of the teachers having internet connectivity issues, which Vijay said, and some of the teachers were conducting classes, online classes on mobiles. Now here the issue was different because when you are using mobiles for the classes, the issues are different, operating system is different, and to sort out if the issues are with the PC, we can take them on remote access and we can sort out. But when the issues are with the mobiles, it was very difficult to guide them because we were not present with them. So we have to work from home. It was difficult for them. So teachers were using mobiles and PC. If they faced the issues on the PC, we were able to help them. Over to
Thank you
you.
so much. It shows like being a teacher with a computer science background, uh, there's a lot of support that has been provided, or was, people were seeing them, you're a technology saving people. So they asked you for the help. So my question, Steffi, is to you is, as a technology saving teaching fraternity, how you have supported your non-technological fellow teaching staff to migrate virtually.
Yes, ma'am. It was not only me, but all the teachers at SWS have strived hard to adapt to this new teaching learning process. Early in the month of May, we trained our teachers on the Google Meet platform as we were using Google Meet for online training. We trained them on each and every functionality. Then we also trained our teachers on creating online aid because this was new now. Teaching online, taking classes online, this was new for them. So newly they had to create their online aids, teaching aids. So we taught them, we helped them, we trained them to create innovative, effective, interactive online aids, right? Like PPTs, then giving voiceover to PPT, creating videos, created cartoon animated videos. We also trained them how to take online tests. Yes, and yes, everything was trained and everything was done. But last minute technical glitches are always there. So till today also we have a backup teacher in our classes to provide a help when there are network issues and when there are technical glitches during the online classes.
Thank you, Steffi. I would like to go to Jigna ji, and I like to ask her uh, how you have, helped your non-technological, fellow teaching staff to migrate virtually.
Yes, ma'am. Uh, Everybody know about it. Nowadays, in real life, teacher rarely change their teaching styles. Yes, but in right now situation, and then they have to increase the knowledge and migrate themselves. But I would share, and always I share with my staff. Okay, always they have to use the new technology, and then we are trained the teacher with the they have create the videos, and then have to use the Zoom platform. Then new this all this technology, how can they have to use? And I will give some tips that create the positive environment where students are more engaged and the learning enjoy. After that, they students are not enjoy, then this learning is not beneficial for students. Okay, and same as teacher, I guide them to use plantly use this tool which most freely enhance the classroom learning. Okay, I mostly um, guide my teacher, okay, you have to use this free, mostly free, this tool. Okay, and then I would give them to support to try new way to incorporate technology in their lessons, and then use the all the technology they have to incorporate in this lesson.
That's so wonderful to see, how collaboratively the cooperation and I would say working together, especially being a computer science student, I would say the teachers, computer science teachers, you have helped the teachers who are not that tech savvy, help them to migrate to virtual world, maybe with the tools, with the online challenges they have. That's so wonderful to hear that, you are working as a team, and that is being, passed on even to the students, to the parents, the way in the interaction, and showing the progress that has happened as a school, as an institution that has been brought. So I like to ask Nidhi, if you can just tell me what are the best practices you learned during these unprecedented times.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, as I have earlier mentioned, that it is just like you can say that is a blessings in a disguise situation. In the same way, when we talk about the pre-COVID area, the class was confined to a 30 to 40 students, and teacher was teaching only the 30 to 40 students only. But right now, if we talk about the COVID condition, more than 100 students are teaching all together. And you know that not only the students, even the family members are also attending the classes indirectly. So it has boosted up the morale of a teacher, and moreover, the public speaking has come out. Earlier, the teacher was just like in a physical classroom, but right now he or she is at a open platform. So the public speaking has come into arena. Second thing, the communication skills have got enhanced because we have to give each and every instruction to the audio aid on. Right? Sometimes video is not working, but audio will remain always there. So we are keep on giving the instructions. And third thing, the tech savvy. Right now, this is the revolution of the tech know-how. It means that we are learning each and every day, sometimes through the webinars, sometimes to the just like workshops. Everything is online. Sometimes we are trying the different apps, different platforms. So it has updated us. So likewise, I can say that these are the basic just like takeaway during this particular COVID timings. Thank you so much, ma'am.
That's wonderful to hear that you have learned so much and continuing to learn. I think that's the one thing that each one of us brought us, have made us a learner. Be it you are a Hindi teacher, anything. Uh, COVID has taught us to be a learner, and we have to be a lifelong learner. So with that, I like even Vidika ma'am, if you can tell us, the best practices you learned during this pandemic time.
Uh, Technically, when we talk about, yes, we've learned a lot of technological platforms, new platforms that we could learn to engage our students. Not just about technology, but I guess we've learned a lot of values too during this period. Firstly, patience. When we're working over a network, a lot many times we face those network glitches. Not just teachers, but I have seen even students develop that patience, which was missing earlier. Secondly, I believe the students have now become a little more independent. I remember when in school, when people were coming to school, and when books were not brought, many a times parents used to say, "I didn't put it in his bag," and there the question would arise, why you have to pack the bag, why not the child? Now I can see children literally navigating from one meeting to another all by themselves without parental help. They are posting their assignments on Google Drive. They have been taking down announcements from Google Classroom, and they are doing it all by themselves. So they have become independent during this phase. This is what I feel. And yes, also whether it is teachers or whether it is students, all of us, whether from technical background or not, we've all learned one thing, that we have to keep on learning, and we have to be learners always, and learning can never stop.
That's wonderful. We have to be a lifelong learner. That's at least COVID has taught us, each and every one of us. And with that, I like to go to Steffi. If I like to ask you, share your thought. We all are talking about this COVID will prolong by June, 2021, or maybe beyond that. So, if this scenario of online learning prolongs the entire academic year, then what will you do to make your classroom a more enjoyable experience?
Well, I pray that this unfortunate pandemic situation wraps up as early as possible. But irrespective of present scenario, I think this online schooling is the future. I think teachers, parents, students have adapted very quickly. I think the next move should be towards virtual reality. We all might be aware that recently IIT Bombay carried out its convocation ceremony, where, with the help of virtual reality, the students could even visit their classrooms, meet their teachers, and even visit their hostels and canteens. So, cartoon animation is another way to keep the students interested. I would also incorporate the use of graphic tablets where students can virtually write their notes and exams. This will also ensure that writing as a skill will not be lost, and the newer generations with all this typing, clicking, and speech to text app, they'll also have a habit of writing. Thank you.
So with that, I like to go to Jigna ma'am, and I'll ask the same question. If this scenario prolongs for a entire academic year, how do you plan to make it more interesting and engaging for the student?
Yes, ma'am. We all know now difficult to engage the children in learning platform. Okay. However, they enjoy the process when the educator use whiteboard and then this touchscreen technology in order to make a class more interactive and the intelligent. Okay. In that way, it's easy to attract the kids' attentions. Same as I want to add some strategies. We can interact real-time interaction, and some platform allow teacher to interact with the student while in the lecture. Okay, and same as we must do discussion with the board, where student also in then share the ideas. And I want to add one thought. Graphical elements should be included so that the lesson will be more interesting. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
So nice to listen from all these science, computer science teachers, technology driven, who are tech heavy. And we all know that, being on online demands certain precautions, certain things to be kept in mind. So I like to, go to each and every speaker and ask about how are you synchronizing cyber hygiene in classroom. I think that's the most pertinent and important question, because most of their time is going or being online, even for the teachers, I would say. So I'll start with Rajesh sir.
Yes, thank you, Anu. As we know, we are working on online platform now. We have to work online, so we have to keep these things in our mind. Hygiene is the most. So whenever we are using computers, first thing, ensure that routers and firewalls are installed and properly configured.
So
Second,
that's I'll request everyone to keep it just to 1 minute, because I want each and every speaker to complete their thing.
okay. Second thing, ensure that all antivirus, spamwares, and antivirus protection software is properly installed, configured, and need to be updated regularly. Over to you, madam.
That's wonderful. The very pertinent point, antivirus, why it is important, that need to be told to the student, teachers, and parents. And who can be better than the computer science teachers, so that it goes down to the roots to the student and they understand the importance of it. So a very apt and valid point that it need to be updated also, because the updated viruses also keep on coming. So we have to make sure we are up to date to, our system is safe and secured. So with that, I like to move to Jigna ji, if you can give your point on this.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, everybody know about ki cyber hygiene practice protect the digital footprint of the student and the educators both. Okay, that's like same as in the Rajesh sir said, install the reputable antivirus and malware software in our computer, and we want to share our student use the network firewall. Always they have to use the firewall and the set strong password. This is the best thing we have to protect to our computer also, and then our technology also. Over to you.
That's very true. That strong password need to be done. It should not be 12340, or many people say their name and 007. I think that's a very common password which is there. Uh, with that, I like to move to Nidhi. If you can please.
Ma'am, actually, basically, I think to maintain the cyber hygiene, firstly, we have to sensitize our students. Because once they will be aware that what is wrong and what is right, only then they will not indulge in any sort of cyber crime practices. And moreover, firstly, we have to tell them what are the imitations of it, what can be the consequences of it in case they involve in that sort of practices, and moreover, how they can escape from themselves.
That's
That
so
is the
wonderful. I think the learn before, giving the information, why you have to act in particular way and what is the relevance, that learning need to be there. It's like polio vaccination. I first you have to teach everyone why polio vaccination is important, then only they will do it. If they know the relevance of it, they'll go and get the vaccination done. That's a brilliant point. With that, I like to move to Vidika ji.
So yes, rightly said that first of all we need to sensitize the students. Moreover, we need to educate them, not only students but also teachers, which emails they need, which site is trusted enough. You can download stuff from that site or not, and moreover, they shouldn't they shouldn't fall victim to phishing emails, since the communication is now happening more on email. Most of the times we are communicating with our students and the fellow colleagues over email. So we need to educate them how we are using the netiquettes while we are using these emails, right? Communication over the emails, and moreover not fall prey to phishing and smishing activities.
That's wonderful. You need to create that awareness that how the phishing mails come and how you can manage it, how to deal with it. That's a wonderful thing. Steffi,
Yes, I would like to add that we should make the teachers and students aware that not to download apps and websites, not to access the websites, unauthorized websites or third-party websites. So, because downloading apps from third-party websites can always increase the risk of Trojan horse, and Trojan horse can be a very dangerous antivirus that can cause harm to your confidential data and can harm all of your system as it gains the access of all of your system. So be aware of the dangerous websites and the apps.
Brijesh, your take on that?
Yes, ma'am. Rightly said by all. Cyber hygiene, I think this is the first important part where not only student, even I feel parents are needed to guide. Because in most of the time, parents also do not understand. They simply hand over the gadget to their kids, and now kids are kids. They can do anything, even might be they are knowing or unknowingly. So parents should also be in the loop. They should be guide about the things, about the cyber laws and all the tools, parents log, whatever you wants to apply, you apply. But I think the guidance is very important.
So true. We had a wonderful pointers for cyber hygiene, which need to be there, which need to be taught to the student. I think not even to students, teachers, all the fraternity which is there, and this could be a create a kind of awareness and secure the data they have, even the secure their system which is there. With that, I'd like to invite Sunanda to take to our very important session and very exciting session. We're going to have what myths and facts with all the technology savvy computer science teachers and asking them to let us know are they facts or they myths. So Sunanda, over to you for this exciting and session. Even I'm waiting for it.
Thank you so much. Welcome all the viewers. I'm sure most of you have already enjoyed. I can see the YouTube comments that are coming, and everyone is equally participating in it. So, well, this myths and fact is one of the series that we have started, and the reason is there are so many myths which are going around, like small to small myths, and we would like our IT brains to actually answer them. So, first myth that is more RAM means better performance. So let me choose two people who can answer to it. So it would be Rajesh sir and Steffi ma'am. You have to give me the answer whether it's a myth or a fact. So first, let's start with Rajesh sir. So more RAM means better performance.
Basically, adding more RAM makes your computer able to have more applications open at the same time and helps to keep most important and most used data in RAM, so the access time is better. For example, if you have an application which needs 1 GB RAM to work and you have 4 GB, it will not run faster if you add more RAM to it. So to get a better speed, increasing RAM is not a solution, always not a solution. For getting a better speed, you can install SSD drives or the modern M.2 SSD drives, which can give you a better speed when you access the applications.
Thank you so much. You mentioned that SSD drives are better. More RAM doesn't mean that you will have more speed. It is as per the appropriate thing. Steffi ma'am, what is your view on this?
Very rightly said, Rajesh sir. I just add up a line: faster the RAM, faster the processing speed. So, for example, if you have a computer with 4 GB of RAM and 1.5 GB of RAM has been taken by your operating system to stay up and running, and say that 2 GB of your RAM is taken by your heavy application that you're running, and 5 MB of your RAM is required by your operating system to swap up your data between the application. So here, if you say all you if you see all the 4 GB of the RAM has been occupied, has been filled. So after some time, if you see, if you're trying to open an application, if you're trying to use an application, you will think that your screen will start freezing. Your applications will get stuck. So if you want to add up an application, you have to add up for the RAM. And if you want to improve the performance of your application, you have to upgrade your RAM. Thank you.
Thank you, Steffi, for such an insightful thing. So, viewers, I believe you also have learned. But if you have any points, please do not forget to write it on your YouTube chat box so that people can have an insight from it. Well, let me move to Vidika and Brijesh sir now. Sir, it is always said that if you refresh your button, it speeds up the window. So, is it a myth or a fact? So, let me go to Vidika first, then to Brijesh sir.
See the refresh button. The basic purpose of refresh button is just to redraw the icons on your desktop. Okay, so when this is a normal habit. When your computer is busy doing something, it is stuck doing something, we simply right click and click on refresh, thinking that we are helping the computer, but that's not the case actually. Instead, we are putting even more load. The computer was already busy doing something. Now the computer also has to redraw those icons for you on the desktop. So basically, it really doesn't help. Refresh button is basically there so that if at all you make any changes to your desktop and they are not visible at the same time, so with the refresh button you're just going to load those changes again. That's the only thing you use the refresh button for, but definitely it does not help you out for speeding up the process.
Thank you so much. Let me go to Brijesh. So, Brijesh, sir, what is your views on this refresh button?
Absolutely myth. Because
Okay.
during my class also, I always tell a student, don't press the F5 button again and again. A refresh button simply, as ma'am told, it's redraw, or you can say start the command from beginning. If we are pressing so many times refresh F5, 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 we are doing nothing. We are not helping anything. We are making the task little difficult for the computer point of view. So it's absolutely myth. Pressing F5 key one or two time it's okay, but again and again 10 time, 20 time is has no use.
Okay. Brijesh, sir, I would like to stay with us because I would like to understand one more thing. Overcharging of the mobile can degrade the performance of a mobile or not? Because most of the time when I put the mobile and it reaches to 91%, I withdraw it. Whereas my father says, no, you have to charge it to 100%. So what does this actually means?
So you have asked me two myths now. First is the overcharging the battery, and second, charge up to the 100%. I'll come one by one. See, if we overcharge the battery, this is again a myth. Overcharging battery before 10-year, 15-year back, when we have nickel ionized battery, that was different. Now we have lithium ionized battery, and in the Android software, there is a system when the battery charge 100%, it power supply automatically disconnect. So there is no harm if your mobile keeps on charging even after 100% because power generally automatically switched off. But in some cases, if you feel is mobile is heated, battery increases, or don't keep your mobile over the any heated object like stabilizer. Sometimes we keep the mobile over the fridge or stabilizer of fridge which is already hot. So in that case, it may create a problem. Otherwise, lithium ionized battery has no issue with the overcharge. Second, I come to the point. Generally, people used to say, okay, let it to be reached to 0% and then completely charge it to the 100%. It will improve the charging cycle of mobile. Again, this is a myth. No problem. At any point of time, you can charge your mobile. If you don't have time up to 90%, 91%, no problem. It does not harm any way to your mobile batteries. So this is just a myth.
Thank you so much. Any of the panelists who would like to add anything to it? I would like to add on. Is it the same for the laptop also? So if anybody can answer to me. Yes, eminent panelist.
Yeah, it's same to the laptop also, madam. It works as a cycle. Each and every battery have a cycle. Suppose full charge and full discharge, it counts one cycle. So it depends on battery, what is the capacity of the battery and how much cycles it can be used.
Very good. Let me go to Nidhi ma'am. And Nidhi ma'am, having antivirus software gives you 100% protection against viruses. I was hearing out when you guys were saying something on the cyber security aspect. So let me
Yeah.
put this question to Vedika ma'am and Nidhi ma'am. So Nidhi ma'am, first to you, then to Vedika ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. But actually, I just tell you that it is a totally myth. It's not like that. Because right now, suppose we have put our antivirus, we are at a peace of mind that our system is totally secure. Sorry, it's not a situation actually. Whenever you're putting some antivirus, at least you have to be very much cautious. Your attentiveness will remain over there. Whenever you're downloading something or you're putting something, even you're handling with your cookies, you have to be very, very cautious because no antivirus give you the 100% accuracy that there will be no malwares or no Trojan horses will be there. Because sometimes malware can enter and it will be a part of your coding only. And then it will harm your system without knowing. So that's why I said it is a totally myth. So over to
Okay, let me
Vidika.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, rightly said, ma'am. And moreover, we didn't have Corona 6 months back, like, right? So, like, just biological viruses coming in every now and then. We have new viruses coming in every now and then. You can say every day we have a new virus coming in. So, even if you are using updated antivirus, even then there would be some loopholes, and your antivirus database might not be updated with those new viruses. So you cannot say that your antivirus is going to 100% secure you from the virus attack. But yes, you can definitely do one thing. You can enhance your security by some practices, like one of them which we just discussed is clicking on smart clicking. That is, you're not going to click on untrusted sources. Secondly, very now and then your apps might ask you to update, right? And we really get frustrated updating our apps every now and then. But basically, when you're asked to update your apps, these apps, whenever a new software is created, there is some loophole which these hackers use to create viruses. So by updating it, you are actually covering those loopholes. So these are few practices that you can take care of to enhance the security, but 100% security will never be there with just an antivirus.
Thank you so much. Let me go to Jigna ma'am and Steffi now. Jigna, well, I totally believe in that technology poses more distraction than anything to an extent. But technically, you guys can say. So, Jigna ma'am.
Yes. Ma'am, closing app on your phone. Uh, yes, this question is closing app your phones save battery life. Yes. No, closing battery is background app that not save your battery because of the main reason behind this mate. With the closing background app is the people continue in then sometimes they have okay, open in background app and then running. What is the difference between open in background and the running in background? This is what is the difference they don't know. Okay, and at that time resource are accessed by the app open in the background only, and when a background process is involved in such a uploading a file. And then in fact a closing background app use more battery when your force is quit or apps. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, let me put this question to Rajesh sir now. Steffi ma'am, I'll just hold you right now. So, closing apps on your mobile saves your battery life. Rajesh sir, is it a myth or a fact?
Madam, technically, RAM is a volatile memory where the data is not stored permanently. So when you switch off the phone or clear apps, will erase the data which is stored in RAM. To hold the data, RAM needs to be continuously supplied by battery. Hence, as long as there are apps running in background, literally in RAM, there will be a continuous consumption of power from the battery. So if you no longer want to use the app, then you can clear that app from RAM. When you clear it, that memory part of the RAM will be cleared and power consumption from the battery will be reduced because of it. This is linear. But keep in mind that the power used to for opening an application from permanent storage is higher than having an application in background for a few minutes or hour. So if you are using a particular app frequently, you don't need to close it from the background. You can use it from the RAM, because RAM will consume low power to retain the data, that ROM consumption of battery to open it. If the period of interval between the usage extend like more than an hour or two, then you can close this app.
Thank you so much. Let me put forward the same question to Steffi. Steffi, this is a different question to you. Technology poses more distraction than anything else. So, do you agree or is it a myth?
No, you cannot totally agree to the statement that is technology poses more of a distraction than anything, because technology has proved both a boon and a bane. It has made life comfortable and convenient, and on the other hand, it has also made man dependent and disease prone. Technology has enhanced the productivity of different industries immensely. All problems pertaining to pollution, environmental degradation can be solved using technology. Vehicles that emit toxic gas can be converted into zero emission using technology. So, how if technology is doing so good, it in almost all the fields can cause distraction? Only because more often man has been using these machines and gadgets, uh, misusing it, it has been blamed and called the cause of destruction. Major, it is mobile. Mobile is cited as the major source of distraction. But I think good use and a limited use of mobile can bring out constructive work, research, and improved life skills. So, according to me, good and a proper use of technology can never cause distraction.
Thank you, Steffi. Very relevant point. Let me go to Jigna ma'am. Jigna ma'am, what is your say into it? Is it a myth or a fact?
Yes, ma'am. Totally agree with ma'am. Because of whenever we use the computer and the new technology, at that time we have to take care how can we have to use this technology. And sometimes in e-learning pose in challenge to both teacher and students. Okay, and then technology and access, but it is keeping everyone busy with the worksheet, video, lecture, and assignments. Okay, and at that time they have create all these thing instead and not it isn't distractions of the anything. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. In fact, myself and Kavita were doing a workshop on how to remove procrastination, and one of the student was saying, "मैम जैसे ही अपना phone पकड़ता हूँ ना, मैं पता ही नहीं चलता 2 घंटे कैसे चले जाते हैं." So the common thing to everyone is social media or a technology. You can use it in two ways. Either you can be a contributor to it, either you can be a consumer to it. So it's up to you. How would you like to use it? And of course, one of the tool of procrastination is the social media and the technology. So again, coming back to that how you are using it, that matters a lot. Are you a consumer or are you a contributor to it? Are you creating a content or are you consuming the content on social media? That matters a lot. With this, let me go to the last myth and the fact, which goes to Miss Nidhi and Mr. Brajesh. Well, technology fixes all your problems, students' problems. So, Nidhi ma'am, is it a myth or a fact?
Ma'am, actually, it is not a, I will not say that 100%, but yes, if you talk about the technology, it is just like a tool. It is a aid, which is going to help you out in somehow, but it is not like that, that it is going to 100% replace the teacher or student. Because that the physical, just like emotion or bonding with between the teacher and the student will come when there will be a physical classroom. Just think that your student very good and during in the virtual platform you want to pat him, but you can't because this particular screen is obstacle here. This technology is not going to help you out that you are going to appreciate that particular boy or girl. So here technology is not going to help us out. Basically that emotional bonding, that empathy, because which will occur during the physical classroom scenario only. So it is just like a aid, it's a tool, not 100% solution for everything.
Thank you so much, Nidhi ma'am. Coming from a technical person, that technology is not a 100% tool for anything. That really gives a greater insights. Let me go to Mr. Brajesh.
Thank you, ma'am. We have to prepare emotional, sensible citizens. We have not to prepare robots. So our students, technology is a helping hand, which cannot be replaced by any kind of technology. Teacher cannot be replaced by any technology. It will always and always be required a person who always keeps you on guiding. So I'm a person from technology background. The whole day we play with the different kinds of gadget, but still I say it cannot remove a physical presence of a person who keeps you guiding, who keeps you supporting all the time. Thank you. Hello.
Well said, Brijesh sir. I think there's a network problem.
Hmm.
So Sunanda will join us. So with that, we come to a very interesting session ending myths and facts. It was wonderful interacting with each one of you and getting to know the answers. Yes, even I had the thing I used to say, ki, don't charge now, abhi mat karo. Let it be 0 to 20%, then only charge your mobile. Or don't keep it overcharging for a period. उसकी calibration खत्म हो जाएगी बैटरी की. So I think a lot of myths have been busted, and even I keep on doing removing the apps. Whenever I see, I keep on removing the apps. But yes, rightly said, if you are using frequently certain apps, so if they are running in a background, that's fine, because closing them and again will take more battery, consume more battery. So even my myths have been busted, Sunanda. So with that, Sunanda, you're here.
Yes, all the myths have been busted. Yes, I'm here. Um, yes, I'm here very much. Well, this is the problem of technology when you're using Wi-Fi and a different phone. So that makes life miserable. Well, all the myths have been bursted, Kavita. Now I would request you to please share the pictures that we have clicked during our session so that even the viewers can enjoy that what we were doing from the back end. So that was Kavita while she was sharing some insights during the panel discussion. I tried to capture the best moment of hers. Uh, while you're speaking, you don't know what exactly you can do. Let us catch up the moments of the speakers now. Yes. So this was Mr. Brijesh Likumar Loshali from the Man School, Delhi, who has shared beautiful myths. Sir, before we give the token of gratitude to you, we would like you to summarize today's session in 45 seconds. And this is the
Oh,
last opportunity for you to be on the camera right now.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'd say I'm thankful to all. It was really healthy discussion. So many things I came to know, but still, I'll emphasize on one thing, that whatever technology we use, but it will never ever replace a teacher. A teacher is always and always required. But again, I'll come back to the same point. There will be a different era before COVID, and there will be a different era after COVID also. There was different, there will be a different. We all teachers, including students, have learned a lot of things, and I wish to God this situation should get over as soon as possible, and we should now want to meet with our student. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And with this, Brijesh sir, this is a small certificate of gratitude for you for sharing such a valuable contribution, proving relevant careers in behalf of parents and the students, of course, in the myths and facts series. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank
such a
you.
beautiful insights.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so this was Ms. Nidhi Devan. I tried to tell everyone to keep smiling, but this is the best possible pose that we can capture. So Nidhi ma'am, before we share the token of gratitude with you, we would like to have your wrapping up comments.
Yes, ma'am. We have heard about the pre-COVID era and COVID era. era, and I say that in the post-COVID era, we are going to learn through the hybrid teaching and learning, because there we are going to witness the synchronous and asynchronous classrooms, where we are going to follow the conventional classroom as well as with the online learning. So we are looking forward to it, and hopefully we are going to get our students back, and then we will be ahead with the more technology and more apps. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nidhi for your valuable insights. Those to whom you have actually requested to join today, there is a feedback form which everyone has to fill so that we can issue the e-certificate to all the parents, students, and the teachers who are witnessing our event now. The feedback form has been shared on the YouTube link. Also, the speakers will be sharing. Nidhi, this is a certificate of gratitude for sharing such a beautiful insight this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move to the next speaker, Vidika Modi, who is from Thakur International School, Mumbai. Vidika shared beautiful insights during the session that what exactly has to be done, what not to be done. So, Vidika, your wrapping up comments and wisdom words.
I would firstly like to congratulate all the teachers, whether it is the IT teachers who have been, who have provided support to others, and also the other subject teachers who have been so receptive and, ready to learn, and they have adapted this so well. Because I have seen so many people before, we came onto this platform, that they used to find adapting technology very difficult. But, because of this COVID era situation, I mean, people have literally adapted technology so well. So I really want to congratulate all the teachers. And moreover, there were some myths that I too had which got busted today, even though being from the technical background. And also, this video is really going to help me tell my, relatives who don't listen to me. But yes, it is really going to prove helpful when I tell them that, overcharging battery does not create any problem. So I will definitely share this video with them. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Vidika. Thank you so much. And beautiful insights shared by you. We captured many of the things. And this is a small token of gratitude from our end.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let's move on to the next speaker. Yes, it was Mr. Rajesh S. Checker from Caloric School, Mundra. He shared beautiful insight. In fact, one of the things that he mentioned, that laptop ka battery and the GB and the RAM thing, that was really a piece of advice that we have taken into the consideration. So, Rajesh sir, before you share your insights and the wrapping comments, I would like all the viewers who are watching us on YouTube to share your comments. And of course, the feedback form has been shared. And I can see, I can take this privilege of saying Naveen sir has mentioned, Rajesh sir, well said. I believe Naveen sir, बाकी लोगों ने भी अच्छा कहा है तो बाकी लोगों के लिए भी अच्छा कमेंट दीजिए. So Rajesh sir, please share your rapid comments. Rajesh sir, can you please unmute yourself?
Here I want to use a Hindi quote, that is आवश्यकता आविष्कार की जननी है. So whenever we face a problem always comes with a solution. I strongly believe it. If you buy a lock in the market, it comes with the 4 keys. None of the lock is sold in the market without a key. So each and every problem has a solution. We will look for the solution. And learning is a journey, not a destination. Even we are learners, and we will learn. Thank you, ma'am.
Very well said, sir. बहुत अच्छा हिंदी का quote. Necessity is the invention of I think, mother or invention, something like this. Well, Rajesh sir, this is a small token of gratitude for you. And I hope you will keep coming to our platform, all of you, so that whenever we have any sessions, we will surely bank upon you on that. So Rajesh sir, with this, thank you so much for your valuable comments and the remarks that you have made today, which has actually shared a beautiful insight to all the viewers. Let's move on to the next speaker. So Steffi Di Mello from Sanjeevani Global School, Mumbai. She shared again some of the myths and the bursts that she has done, and of course she has also shared some of the insights which were pertinent to all the viewers, no matter whether they are IT teachers or not. Steffi, your parting remarks on this particular session and anything that you would like to add on.
First of all, I would like to thank
Steffi,
everybody.
can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank everybody. It was a
Yes.
learning experience, learning to all the co-speakers, and I would like to wrap up with a sentence that post-COVID we will be facing students that would be more technology savvy, because now students have also upgraded their knowledge regarding the technology. Now we don't have to teach the students how to open a computer, how to go to this app. All these things students have already learned about it. So now as a teachers we have to fasten our belts and we both have a step more ahead of it, and and try to welcome our students to where a new technology world will be welcoming us all, also the teachers and also the students.
Very well said, Steffi. Yes, as soon as the pandemic is getting over, we are going to enter into the new world. A small token of gratitude from our end for sharing such a beautiful insights and engaging the audience till now. With this, let me come to Ms. Jigna K. Pathak, who is from Calorix Public School, Ahmedabad. Jigna, your parting remarks on today's session and any closing remarks that you would like to share. Jigna, please unmute yourself.
Yes, I would like to thank ma'am in the all the participant, and I got the lots of the knowledge with this contact. And then I want to share something about the technology, ma'am. The technology allows students to help each other and work together across the better understanding. Okay, in right now situation, most probably teachers and students create the bonding. Okay, and then we have to use one my thing is we have to include artificial intelligence also in our this lesson, and then this virtual class. This is my thing. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Well, this was the end of the session. And Kavita, I hope you are there with us along with other people. So before we, part away, this was one of the beautiful panel discussion that we had today. And with this, we wrap up the session. Thank you, Jigna ma'am. Thank you, Steffi. Thank you, Vidika, Nidhi ma'am, Rajesh sir, and Brijesh sir. Thank you so much for such a beautiful insights that you have given. And we can see from the presentation and we can see from the YouTube channel that how engaging was it while we were discussing. With this, we are going to come up with next session very shortly, which will be announced on social media as well as on the YouTube channel, and it would be a session with the parents. So please stay tuned. We would like to hear your comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
very much, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, ma'am.
Thank you so